Hello and welcome to this edition of Dent Hit Gaming. As always, I am your host Dent, and in this episode I would like to share with you what I believe to be 5 pros and 5 cons of Apex Legends Season 7 and how I feel about it so far. Enjoy the analysis. Hey, what's up, Dent Hedians? I'm going to go ahead and just get into this one today. I mean, like I said in the intro, this is just going to be some pros and cons that I found on Season 7 here. Leave a comment below. It's definitely an open forum. I want you guys to talk to me as much as possible. Let me know how you feel about it. I'm going to go ahead and start with the cons because I want to end on the pros just because I want to end on a high note. Even though most of the pros are just kind of the flip side of the cons, they are still pros. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into it here. Very first thing I'd like to talk about is the map. Trying to learn this map is it's pretty hard. There's a learning curve because there are so many places to fall off. I mean, just look ahead right now. There's like 6-7 different places you can fall through the map right there. That's just, in my opinion, just lazy level making, and it really just it irks me to see that happening. Especially with a game of this caliber, that's still happening, where it's like, oh yeah, this looks good, but what are we gonna do if they jump over here? Oh, let's kill them. Yeah, that good job, guys. Congratulations. That's not what we want at all. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and move out of that one and just move on to the next con. I'm trying to save y'all time. So we've got a problem with 7 that we've had through pretty much all the seasons, and that is the server / internet connection to the servers. I don't know what's going on at the EA servers, but oh my gosh, it's not just Apex either. Pretty much any EA game, your servers are going to dump your info. So I mean, take for example right now, I spawned in with a teammate, but now he's disconnected, and he did not disconnect on his own. And then here in a minute, he's just going to pop back in. Just kind of keep an eye on that in the bottom left corner. Like, wait for him to pop back in, and then I'll move out of my little hiding spot and keep playing the game. Anyway, so I just want to say that if you're going to put out a season, you're going to change the map and everything, maybe before you take away a map that everyone knows and loves, you fix the problems of, I don't know, them connecting to said map. Anyway, it just shows you that Respawn doesn't really have a quality product in mind. They just want to get it out, and I hate that is kind of how video game and how actually any real technology like web platforms do this. And I hate that's how it is. If you're going to put out a product, make sure it's quality before you put it out, and don't be like, oh, we'll just patch it later, no big deal, because it is a big deal, because now I can't I don't know, snipe this dude with a G7 from across the way until I've hit the update. Anyway, so that's a problem that's been in Apex for a while. I just wanted to touch on it, and the fact that it's gotten a little worse now that there's crossplay. Anyway, so third thing I'd like to talk about, third con that I'd like to throw out there is they really didn't listen to us, meaning the game players, when it came to what we wanted. We were complaining that there was too much third partying going on, and man, this map and the cars and like the balloons everywhere, it really made it to where third partying was, yeah, pretty much even easier than it was in Kings Canyon or in World's Edge. So yeah, I don't know why they did that, but they did it. So again, yay, Respawn, yay. Alright guys, fourth thing I want to talk about kind of ties into the third thing that I was just talking about, and that is going to be the cars. Why? Why are we making this like Warzone? Why are we making this like a game that I played for 2 weeks and then deleted? This is not Warzone. We don't need again, we don't need ways to third-party people. We don't need ways to get around the map. I mean, this has got plenty of jump towers everywhere. There's a portal from one side of the map to the other side of the map that leads in the middle of the map as well, or you can go to the other side. There's so many ways to get around this map. Cars are completely not necessary, so I'm just going to really, instead of saying movement, I'm going to say cars. Like, we didn't need those cars. Cars need to be gone. I'm not going to harp on this for too long because I kind of already covered it with the 3 and 4 being tied together like that. So I'm just going to move straight into the fifth one. The fifth one I'd like to talk about is the armor upgrades for damage. Oh my gosh, you need like what, 750 damage just to get red armor? Are you kidding me? Pardon me if I'm wrong, but don't you want your average, so below average players like me being able to get that red armor so we stand a chance against, I don't know, the people that are better than us, like the predators that you have coming into our lobbies? Like, don't you want to give us a fighting chance, or are you looking to make every match like 10 minutes long? Is that like your goal? Because honestly, like, you can't really take away from your lesser skilled players like that. It's just, I mean, it makes the matches so fast and it's so annoying. And well, there's more bad to decent players in this game than there are good players, so you're going to lose more of your fan base that way. So I don't know why Respawn did that, but like I've said throughout all these cons, yay Respawn, yay. It's just the best way. This just embodies how I feel about Season 7. I'm going to move on. That was 5 cons. Yeah, granted, you know, 2 or 3 of them were tied to each other, but I'm going to go ahead and move on to something a little happier. I'm going to move into Neutral Zone, and I just want to talk about this. I'd really love it if you guys left a comment down below on this topic. And it's mainly, how do you guys feel about skill-based matchmaking? Because I view it as a pro and a con. So I view it as it's great if you want to maintain like your competitive edge. But at the same time, I kind of want pubs to just be exactly that, randomized pubs. Because how am I ever going to know what really good Apex players do if I'm never skilled enough to be put in the lobbies as the really skilled players? So I can understand that. Yeah, granted, I can watch YouTube videos, but what if I don't like YouTube? You know, what if, I don't know, YouTube censors everything and I don't want to even really, you know, get into it anymore with them like they do to me sometimes. Anyway, but, or I should say do to me. I'm too small of a channel to really feel the effects of YouTube. But, like, I've seen them do it to other channels. So, anyway, that's something I'd like to touch on. The skill-based matchmaking is cool, but I think it just needs to be moved in the rank, and I think pubs should just be pubs. It should just be whatever. But there's definitely still skill-based matchmaking in pubs, even though they say there isn't, because I notice people use the same strategies all the time. So anyway, whatever. Let me know your thoughts below. So I'm going to move into something a little happier. Granted, I'm still going to give it that nice sarcastic edge, like I like to try to give everything, because I'm like edgy like that. I'm not edgy, I'm cringy. What am I talking about? Anyway, first pro of this season is the simple fact that it feels like Apex. Even though they've made all these changes, overall, it still feels like home to me. You know what I mean? Yeah, sure, maybe, you know, they remodeled the kitchen, but it's still the kitchen that I grew up in. You know, it's still a great game. It's still fun to play. Not the caliber it was, but it's still a great game. It still feels like Apex. Not going to harp on that one for too long. Moving straight into the second one. The map. Yes, there are many pitfalls with the map. Like I said before, a lot of the pros are going to be, you know, just kind of like the flip sides of the cons. Map looks great. It's really cool. It really fits into the Apex feel. Just so these kind of tie together as well. So yeah, it looks great. Game looks awesome. Graphics look great. Even on my PS4, I know PS5s and Xbox, whatever the new gens are out now, and PC2s are out now. I don't know. But whatever. Map looks great. Good job on you for that, Respawn. Third thing I want to hit on is the new character. Although she was not at all what I was expecting, she is great. I love her abilities. There is, I've definitely been killed by a Horizon on more than one occasion because of that ulti where it just pulls people together, and yeah, she could just tear you apart from there. Anyway, yeah, great character design. I love the Scottish accent. I like her. I like her gravity. Her gravity lifts are cool. Yeah, definitely like her passive as well, where she does soft landings. That's great. And I love that they tied the soft landings into the new character. She actually says it when she lands, another soft landing. I think that's cool. I love it when they do that. That part of the game they are doing right, where they tie in the vocals to what's happening and the events that are happening in the story. It's great. Anyway, moving on to the 4th Pro, the weapons were taken out of the replicator. What a glorious thing for you guys to do. Thank you so much. There were already not enough guns on the ground. You know, we needed those guns on the ground so we could defend ourselves. Anyway, good job on Respawn. It's a little pro, but it's a great pro. I'm not going to harp on it for too much. I like what you did. I'm moving on to the very 5th thing. So the 5th thing here is going to sound, it's just going to sound horrible. It's going to sound awful. I like Season 7 because it gets me that much closer to Season 8 when hopefully Respawn finally gets it right. I know that sounds horrible, but that's how I feel about it. Like, I mean, yeah, it's kind of crap, but at least it's a stepping stone maybe towards something good. Anyway, that's all the time I want to take from you today. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of move on. Right here, I just gave you a hint at what's to come in my next video. Hopefully I get that, hopefully my video saved there. Anyway, here comes the outro. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed the carnage, go ahead and murder that like or subscribe button. And as always, I look forward to seeing you all out in the frontier.